everybody, welcome back to an episode of the 3 Count. I'm War Machine MJ.
With Rodimus Prime.
We are the 3 Count Mafia.
Yep.
We're here today to talk about Monday Night Raw and Smackdown. More importantly, the go-home Monday Night Raw and Smackdown 2 Extreme Rules.
Yes, Extreme Rules is this Sunday from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
The birthplace of Extreme.
Yes, and like Paul said on Monday night, he knows a little something about Philly and being extreme. But honestly, Monday Night Raw was, a little bit of a downfall from the last 2 weeks. SmackDown, it was alright, but it was better than Monday. So I'm going to start off with the Raw portion of the show. This gentleman here is going to talk about SmackDown.
I didn't think we were splitting it up. I just thought we were.
Well, I mean,
I just thought you were going to go on the Monday Night Raw rant.
Oh no, I mean, I'm not going to go like full rant.
Yeah.
I mean, but anyway.
Well, I mean, look at it this way. This week's Monday Night Raw kicks straight off with action.
Yeah.
No talking, just straight match.
Yes. All wrestling, no talking.
But here's the kicker. This was one hell of a convoluted match.
Yeah, let's talk about that. It was a mixed tag team elimination match.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Mixed tag team elimination match.
It was the team of the Man and her man.
It's Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins taking on Andrade and Zelina Vega.
Now, on paper, this is a fantastic match, and it was.
Yep.
Until they got to the commercial break.
Yeah. We started off, I think, with Becky and Zelina kicking off the match first. Zelina Vega ended up getting eliminated, so he came down between Seth Rollins and Andrade. And if you put these two in the ring, give them enough time, I think they can have one kick-ass match.
Yeah. Lacey Evans just happened to be at ringside, and Becky had nothing better to do but throw hands.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much all she does when she sees Lacey Evans is throw hands. But Seth had to pull her back. Seth ended up winning with the stomp by beating Andrade. Afterwards...
Well, before we get to the aftermath of this, there was a little spot.
Excuse me?
Take of it what you will, but basically, I think Zelina tried to get involved in the match, but Becky wasn't having none of it.
Yeah,
and Becky shoved Seth out of the way for Andrade to knock her down.
Yeah, she took the bullet for her man, and Seth wasn't happy. He was pummeling all over Andrade, checking on his girl. But luckily she was okay. Nothing serious. Seth, like I said, got the win with the stomp. Afterwards, everybody's favorite Applebee's manager, Baron Corbin, came down.
Hey, you're not me. Sucker punch.
Yeah. He decided to lay out the Universal Champion, and so did Lacey Evans. She decided to lay out the Raw Women's Champion, and from the looks of it, with those heels on, she looked like she was about to slip.
Yeah, it looked like she tripped and caught herself into that hook.
Yeah, because I was just like, that would be so embarrassing. She got on them heels, and she's about to fall flat on her face.
I thought it was a bit weird that she took an unnecessary extra step towards Becky to punch her.
Yeah, because like I said, I think she was about to slip, but then again, who knows?
Yeah.
So basically, they were sending a message to their challengers, if you will, for Sunday. Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin standing tall after the match. Afterwards, Paul Heyman came out there doing his little spiel. He said that Brock Lesnar will cash in on Sunday, maybe?
Maybe he'll cash in. It's not a spoiler. It's a prediction.
Yeah.
But I've got a track record that... well, no, it's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
Yeah.
But my spoilers have come true, so I have credibility if I wanted to swerve you.
Yeah. So he said maybe Brock will become the next Universal and WWE champions. I don't know. I don't see Brock cashing in on Sunday. Then again, I could be wrong. Who knows? Paul Heyman always has a trick up his sleeve.
I don't see him cashing in because it's Extreme Rules. Extreme Rules is a B-list pay-per-view.
True. Next, we had Braun Strowman and
Booty Butt Lashley.
Yeah, these two have been made official for a last man standing match at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, after Braun Strowman's a bit of attempted murder last week.
Yeah, he definitely caused the scene for attempted murder. Only difference is he was the one not left standing.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah. Anyway, we move on to get this, people, 2 out of 3 falls, 6-man tag team match.
If you ask me, they should have swapped stipulations between this and the other tag team match.
Yeah.
Have the first one be a 2 out of 3 falls and have this one be elimination because, where we see Elias just take his ball and walk home.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. It was between The Miz and the Usos, what do you think about Miz's shirt?
Wait, what did it say?
It said My Mood and it had a picture of George just squaring up.
I like that. I hope they put that on shop because I would buy it.
Anyway, they were taking on the team of Elias and the Revival, who had new shirts as well.
I'd actually buy that shirt.
Top guys doing top guy things.
Yeah, looks nice. But anyway, on paper, this looks cool, but just the reality of the match. 2 out of 3 falls, 6-man tag team match.
Because we got to the commercial. Oh, well, before we get to the commercial break, we had Elias walking out of the match, and then Team Miz racking up the first victory.
Yeah.
That should have been elimination.
Yeah.
Because not to cut you off.
Yeah.
We come back from commercial, and it's suddenly 3-on-2, a handicap match.
It made no sense. But they're doing this thing where they don't want the talent wrestling during commercials, which is stupid.
Then why don't they do picture-in-picture? All the matches, picture-in-picture, because, okay, Fox runs sporting events, right?
Yes.
They do football and shit.
Yeah.
What did they do during commercial?
Picture-in-picture.
Picture-in-picture. Even though they called a timeout.
Yeah.
Picture-in-picture.
And I think CBS somewhat does that too. Like
yeah.
if they go to a commercial, whether it's a college or NFL game, what do? Picture-in-picture. That way you can still see the action, or they're in timeout, or calling a play, whatever the case may be. But you still watch the commercial, even though you don't necessarily give a fuck about the commercial.
I don't think ESPN does it. I've just watched football from ESPN.
Yeah.
But when they call a timeout, commercial, nothing else goes. But
yeah,
you get a point.
Yeah, I don't think ESPN does that either. But the thing is, like he said, they should have done it. SmackDown Live does it. Even though I wish they'd make the action screen a little bigger when they show the commercial.
Yeah. Or, just have commercial, go to commercial while they're doing entrances.
Yeah.
Unless you got something spectacular planned for an entrance, if it's just, Miz is just going to walk down the ring. There you go, cut to commercial.
Right.
Because when we came back from commercial, before this match kicked off, Miz, Elias, and Revival were in the ring. Then they brought out the Usos.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it would only make sense. I totally agree.
Because this no wrestling during commercial, it really tears up the ebb and flow of the show.
Yeah. Anyway, Usos and The Miz won. 2 falls to 1. And then we had Drake Maverick in the locker room. Well, backstage with his wife. And the loser locker room basically chased him down for that 24/7 championship.
Now, here's another gripe I've got. Okay, so the narrative they're playing up is Drake Maverick looks like a complete fucking idiot in front of his very fine wife.
True.
Because instead of going off to their nice, lush honeymoon, they're in Orlando, even though they live in Orlando.
Yeah.
And he's dragging her to work instead of being on a honeymoon. She's complaining about it. Why doesn't Drake Maverick explain to her about the champion's purse?
I don't know.
Happy wife, happy life, right?
Facts.
Tell her that him being champion means more money.
And more money means you get to do more things. You get to buy more shit.
Okay.
Or whatever the fuck. Basically, you get our drift. This whole charade with him and his wife, now, I get it, it's his wife. They're chasing after the title, whatever. But in some ways, this convoluted mess doesn't make sense.
I mean, I enjoy it. It's just there's that one little plot point.
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't he explain to her that if he stays champion, he gets more money?
Yeah. And R-Truth is still chasing after the title.
Yeah, because he wants his baby back.
Yes. Next we had Rey Mysterio. He's back from a separated shoulder after a few weeks. He issued an open challenge, and who accepted the challenge?
Well, I would say Booty Lashley, but at this point, considering he's attempting murder twice, how about Body Lashley?
Yeah. He just came out there all pissed off, and Rey Mysterio looked like he about shit his pants. And it was a nice way, I guess, to welcome him back because he basically got murdered by Bobby Lashley.
It was a nice welcome back for Rey Mysterio and a nice change of credibility for Body Lashley.
Yeah. For once, he didn't go out there looking like a complete goof.
Yeah, because he teased just throwing Rey Mysterio into the LED board.
Yeah.
Thought better of it and just threw him into a bunch of refs.
Yeah. Then he got on the mic. He said, at Extreme Rules, he's going to be the one left standing. Because, again, he faces Braun Strowman in a last man standing match this Sunday.
That son of a bitch.
Boy, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that.
Okay, the way certain people say son of a bitch is hilarious.
Vince, when he says it, it's classic.
You son of a bitch.
Because he just puts that emphasis on son of a bitch.
Kenny, when he says it, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Or Stone Cold, when he said it, he always said it like he just immediately was about to whoop your ass.
Oh, he never said son of a bitch, though. He said son bitch.
Well, yeah, that too.
That big, stupid son bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Dumber than a sack of rocks. Oh, no, it's box of rocks.
Yeah, dumber than a box of rocks.
Anyway.
We had Ezekiel Elliott 2.0, as I'm going to start calling him now. No Way Jose.
Oh, I would have said bootleg Juice Robinson. Before Dreads.
Yeah, either way. He took on Cesaro, and just to sum this up, Cesaro won.
Yeah, brilliant, valiant part on No Way Jose. He brought the smoke. Unfortunately, he caught all of them hands from Cesaro.
Yeah, Cesaro wasn't playing no games because he stated on the exclusive interview he wants better competition, and we'll talk more about him later in the SmackDown review.
Next, we had, yeah, I agree with, with Larson from Going in Raw. These split screen interviews never go right.
It's so stupid because it's just like, excuse me, it's like they try to act like, okay, I get they try to act like they're in one place, like one person's in one place, the other person in another, but they're on a separate end of the building.
Yeah, and
like does that not click with y'all?
And there's a delay between what that person said and what the next person has to say.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, I'm sitting here, you're saying this, and oh, what am I supposed to say next?
Yeah, it's just like they have to take a moment to soak in what they said.
Yeah.
And then formulate their response.
And what's the point in having the interview when all Michael Cole or whoever it is going to do just ask one question and all they do is just talk? Like, for example, Nikki Cross is constantly bringing up Alexa Bliss, but here's the thing. A lot of people say it's like she's saying Alexa bless. You know, like bless you when somebody sneezes.
It's just her Scottish accent.
Yeah, it's her accent, but it's just like, you know, they keep playing this narrative that Nikki Cross is basically being used by Alexa Bliss. And this whole interview was just like, what the fuck? What's the point? Like,
they were going in circles.
Yeah, it's just like they kept going back to the same thing, asking the same question. Like, what is the gist of this interview again?
Yeah. And they revealed that they would be competing in a Beat the Clock challenge, which I always love those.
Yeah.
Bailey would be taking on Sarah Logan, and
Nikki Cross took on Dana Brooke.
Yeah, she took on shiny Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
With Oliver Rainbow.
Yeah. Next, we had the Viking Raiders taking on Colin and Devin Justin.
Yeah, the Justin brothers got flattened by the Viking Raiders.
Yeah.
I almost said experience.
Yeah. They won with the Viking experience.
That's still a bad name.
Yeah. Bad. It's a bad finisher, but anyway.
Afterwards, the loser locker room came out again.
Yeah,
I think Hanson or Ivar or Eric, whatever, whichever
whatever the
one he
fuck.
is. I think he threw some smoke at some of them.
Yeah, and then our Truth got in the ring, and it was Renee Young. She was like, "Truth, get out of there," and he just hauled ass and ran through the crowd and left.
Yeah, smart truth.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we had Ricochet taking on Luke Gallows. Before commercial, he cut a promo saying, I forget what he said. I just remember he said, if I have to go through all the club, so be it.
Yeah, I remember her time. Oh, keep going.
Oh, just writing down.
Yeah,
Anyway, he took on Luke Gallows, beat him by rolling.
yeah,
AJ Styles said, oh, hold on. You said you were going to run through all of us. I like that plan. How about you take on Carl Anderson next? Take him on in his abs. And his,
yeah,
with his hot Asian wife.
yeah. Ricochet ended up winning that one, and then afterwards, AJ just basically put them hands on Ricochet.
Yeah, he threw them hands, threw that smoke, beat him down. The club hit the Magic Killer. AJ teased another second rope Styles clash and said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave you in one piece, boy. Just make sure, you get to Extreme Rules, stay down or else we'll beat your ass.
Yeah. So they pretty much made it official for Sunday. AJ Styles versus Ricochet for the United States Championship. That's going to be a killer match.
Oh, yeah. Ricochet started making his way up. Club notice, and Styles laid him out with an assisted phenomenal forearm.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Next, we had Beat the Clock Challenge. So we had Bayley take on Sarah Logan.
Yeah, this was a quick match, if you will. Basically, whoever won in the shortest time got to name the stipulation for the SmackDown Women's Championship match on Sunday. Bayley ended up beating Sarah Logan in 4 minutes 32 seconds. Before we go to commercial, Nikki Cross came out as she was waiting on smiley, muscles flexing Dana Brooke.
Now, it's great seeing Sarah Logan on TV. She looked fantastic.
Yeah, fun. Not to cut you off, but funny thing it was that she came out to Riot Squad music.
I was just about to say that. If the Riot Squad is separated, because Liv Morgan's on SmackDown, Ruby Riot's out with injury.
Yes.
Why are they still having her pony off of the Riot Squad shit?
That confused me because I'm like, okay, they've been having her on main event feud with Dana Brooke, like you said. Ruby Riot's out with injury. Liv Morgan's nowhere to be seen, even though she's on SmackDown.
Even though she's teasing SmackDown Liv.
Yeah. So, what's the deal?
I mean, take Cesaro for instance. The Bar is on indefinite hiatus.
Yeah.
Because we don't know when Sheamus is coming back, if he's coming back.
Well, last I heard, he was back on the road.
Okay, all right. Well, for now, they seem to be making Cesaro solo.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him Neutron, which,
Yeah.
They gave him new music, which sounds like a bootleg of Goldberg's music.
Yeah.
I mean, why not do that?
Do something.
I'm sure that the folks that put together the Trons and the music are creative people that just create this shit in their sleep.
Yeah. Or some of them are probably just lazy and don't want to make anything new.
Yeah.
We don't know. Anyway, like we said, Bayley won. Next came Nikki Cross and Dana Brooke. Nikki Cross won in 1 minute and 50 seconds. She made sure that Bayley was at ringside to watch her match. Afterwards, she said,
Wait. No, she didn't win in 1:50. She won with 1:50 left to spare.
Oh, yeah, a minute left.
Because Dana Brooke was stalling the match out.
Oh, yeah. That's right. My bad. 1:50 to spare. Afterwards, she called Bayley into the ring. She said, come here, get in the ring. I got to tell you something. She basically said, look, Alexa Bliss is my friend. I don't know why you've been trying to break us up. You need a friend to slap some sense into you. And she basically got slapped down and hit with a belly to belly. A belly to Bayley.
No, you had it right first time.
Yeah.
Bayley to belly.
By Bayley. So basically, Bayley was sending a message to Nikki Cross.
Yeah, before all that shenanigans went down, Nikki Cross named her match type 2-on-1 handicap match for the SmackDown Women's title. Nikki Cross and Blissy Baby taking on Bailey.
Yeah.
Now, that shit's confusing. Because, is it, you know...
I don't know, because recently I've been reading that Alexa Bliss has been literally sick. Like, she's had some stomach virus or something. So hopefully she'll be okay to compete on Sunday. But, I don't know. 2-on-1 handicap match. I figure whoever pins Bailey becomes the official champion, not co-champion, like they did Lay Cool. I don't know. I just don't know.
That's so confusing. Anyway,
Yeah.
move on to the main event. It was Shane McMahon, the best in the world,
Yeah.
and Drew McIntyre, the actual best in the world, taking on Roman Reigns and a partner of their choosing. Now, earlier on, they go up to random staff members of the arena.
Basically, people who look like they were on maintenance for WWE.
Yeah, basically local enhancement talents.
Yeah.
And picked a janitor with a limp.
Yeah.
Called him Gary the Goat
Gerbot.
Or
something like that.
Trying to say garbage fancy.
Yeah.
He sounded like the most 2000s, 90s wrestler.
It sounded like something from early 90s WCW, like when Jim Herd was in control. Or when Vince Russo came in the late 90s and WCW was already dead.
It sounds like a 90s WCW gimmick brought back in the 2000s WWE.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, Shane and Drew took turns beating down Roman. Roman eventually stumbled into his corner and was tagged in accidentally by the GOAT.
Yeah, and apparently he was doing all these high-flying moves and stuff like that.
I call bullshit. Nobody with a fucking limp can do all that.
No, like, you could clearly tell who it was, but Shane and Drew got the victory
with a claymore.
With a claymore. After the match, I think Roman was trying to, clear house or whatever.
Yeah.
And after the match, the guy took his mask off, and who was it? Cedric Alexander.
I had no idea.
Oh my God! And the crowd was just like, I don't think the crowd really cared.
It would have been a fun moment if they had Cedric actually beat Shane.
It would have been a fun moment had they had Cedric beat Shane, and then afterwards he just immediately takes his mask off.
Yeah.
But it was just like they're standing in the ring, and Cedric just.
Or what would have made it even better is if they kept everything they did. Had the GOAT win the match.
Yeah.
Never take his mask off. Cut backstage, and you see him take it off, and it's the same guy as before.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, that was the hardest $5,000 I've ever had to make.
Mm-hmm.
Because the line that killed me was, I'd do anything for $5,000.
Jesus Christ.
Be specific next time.
The last 2 weeks of Monday Night Raw have been good to almost great. This week's show, not so much.
Wait, the last 2
Well,
weeks?
the week 2 weeks ago when AJ beat Ricochet in the main event. That week's Raw was decent.
Okay.
Last week's show was pretty good.
Yeah.
This week's show, not so much.
Well, now there's something else. Now there's something good to talk about, and that's SmackDown Live.
Yes, SmackDown Live kicked off with "It Should Have Been Me," Dolph Ziggler being interviewed in the parking lot as he was entering the building.
Yeah.
Now Kevin Owens pulled up in his nice Dodge Charger.
And just laid on the horn during the interview.
Yeah, he got out, and they started jaw-jacking back and forth. Next thing you know, they were brawling. Shane McMahon comes out there just out of nowhere. Like, what? Like, where did this guy come from?
What stuck out to me was Kevin Owens took a really nasty shot. He had a little blood coming out the mouth.
Yeah, I think I missed that, but yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And Shane McMahon basically sent him home. He's like, "Whoa, you're done. Go home. Take your stuff. Go home." Then they cut to the arena, Kevin Owens comes out of the crowd and he just cuts this promo saying how Shane McMahon's taking up time in which nobody wanted to see.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I totally agree with that.
And before he got so rudely interrupted, he was dropping names.
Yeah.
He's like, he's taking away from Cedric Alexander, Buddy Murphy, Ali. I think he said Balor.
Oscar, Liv Morgan.
Yeah, he was just doling out names.
Yeah, Shane McMahon came out there, tried to cut his mic off.
He picked up another microphone.
Yeah, and it was barely on, but you could still hear him.
Yeah, he went back on another tear. He had that microphone turned off. Then he grabbed Saxton's headset and just went off on it.
And then he basically got chased out of the building. But we would see more of KO later on in the show.
Okay. You remember how when Sami Zayn was cutting those promos against the crowd?
Yeah.
How people were saying that's how Vince sees the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
What if Kevin Owens is kind of being written as, speaking for the internet community?
I would get behind that. Or I saw where somebody was saying this could be like the modern day version of what Austin and McMahon were like.
Yeah.
Like, KO could be the modern day version of Stone Cold. Not necessarily Stone Cold,
but just Stone Cold-esque.
Yeah. And
okay,
then Shane could be Vince McMahon-esque because he's basically feuding with everybody.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. I really think that could work if they use their brain and then actually put it to good use.
Well, I mean, it's Kevin Owens. You give him something and it's going to be gold.
Yeah.
Because look at last week during his Kevin Owens show segment. When Dolph Ziggler came out there and he went on a 2 to 3 minute tirade about how Dolph Ziggler should just get over himself.
Yeah.
He had the crowd eating out of his hand. This segment, he had the crowd eating more out of his hand.
Yes.
Kevin Owens is fantastic.
Kevin Owens knows what he's doing. Like you said, if you give him the right stuff to work with, he's going to make it work just like that.
And he's all for being face. He wants to give it a good shot.
Yeah, and you could clearly tell that they're turning him face. And you know what? I could enjoy a face Kevin Owens.
At the very least, just keep it tweener.
Yeah. Next we had the Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor taking on Shinsuke Nakamura.
This was underwhelming.
Yeah, I don't think the crowd really cared. I mean, they cared for the fact that they were on TV.
Which is good, yes.
Which is good because, Balor hasn't been seen since Super Showdown, and I don't think Nakamura's been seen in, ages. So it was good that they got some TV time, and I kind of forgot that Finn Balor has been Intercontinental Champion since WrestleMania. Oh,
I remembered. You know why I remembered? Because we haven't seen him or the belt on TV.
The last time we saw him and the belt, Shinsuke was sexually groping the title.
Yeah.
And too-sweeting the title.
Too-sweeting it, yeah.
Yeah, but Shinsuke Nakamura, he ended up winning in a short match.
It was a blink and you miss it finish because he hit the Kinshasa, and I had looked away. Basically, I had to rely on the replay to figure out that Shinsuke won.
Yeah, well, during the match, he hit the Kinshasa, and the he was out on the outside being Finn Balor. Nakamura kicked him out of the ring again, and he got back in the ring at the count of 9. And so Nakamura did what he did and won the match. So there you go.
It was just like right after Finn had broke the 9 count, he got hit with the Kinshasa. It was over.
Yeah. So that's basically what happened.
Maybe we'll get a better match later. Who knows?
I'd save it for SummerSlam because they're not on the card for Extreme Rules last I saw.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had a contract signing between Bayley, Nikki Cross, and Alexa Bliss.
Now, Nikki Cross was signing for Alexa Bliss. Yeah, once again, they were going around in more circles.
Yeah.
The only thing of significance here was Nikki Cross said she's taking on Carmella next.
Yeah. She told Bayley to be at ringside to watch her match. And Nikki Cross ended up beating Carmella in another quick match.
Yeah. Next, we had Tag Team Summit between Heavy Machinery, The New Day, and the Planet's Tag Team Champions.
Let me ask you something. With the way they're using heavy machinery, what do you think about that? How do you think? What do you think about how they're being utilized on TV thus far? Because when they got called up, I was just like, this is a joke. They're gonna probably be one of those loser locker room type teams, but I gotta say they're doing a good job with heavy machinery thus far.
Definitely. Even though we saw them in person at an NXT event, I thought for the longest that they were just kind of this goofy tag team.
Yeah.
That they were just going to be, the joke tag team.
Yeah.
But ever since not Extreme Rules, Money in the Bank, no, Stomping Grounds.
Stomping Grounds,
where they had that hellacious performance.
That was a very good.
Okay, hellacious was the wrong word.
Surprising.
You know what? I'd even take it a step further. When Otis took on Ciampa, who was NXT champion, he put in a good performance.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like they say, don't judge a book by its cover, because Heavy Machinery at Stomping Grounds surprised the hell out of me, surprised the hell out of all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was just going to be, the Planet's champion is going to win and easy win. No, they actually had a run for their money. So, I mean, who knows? Heavy Machinery, probably within the next 6 to 8 months, could be they could be a big force to be reckoned with.
Well, yeah, because we said back at the shakeup that SmackDown's tag division is terrible right now because Raw took all the good tag teams.
Yep.
What if this is SmackDown's way of re-establishing their roster to build up what they have?
I would find that surprising.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, Heavy Machinery has been featured a lot, and it seems like they're being put in a nice role to where, we look at them as a joke, but they surprise us, and it's like, oh, we can really take that tag team serious. Yeah. They're different from what they were in NXT.
Now, I'd say that they're on a slightly lower level compared to Usos New Day.
Yeah.
They're just like top tier WWE tag team.
Yeah.
But getting back to this was a fun segment.
I meant to put Rowan. Anyway, keep going.
Anyway, yeah, New Day came out there, pancaking, hot dogging, showboating, the usual. Then the Planet's Tag Team Champion comes out there. Daniel Bryan basically calls him out for saying, you said you were going to take the tag team championship seriously, but have you guys headlined a pay-per-view? Have you guys main evented a pay-per-view with the belts? Which, facts.
I mean, look at that Hell in a Cell match they had with the Usos a couple years ago.
That should have been the main event.
That was... Whew. Anyway, keep going.
Anyway, but Woods or Big E won. I forget who. They threw out this great line about Rowan. Basically saying, Rowan, we're confused where you stand. Because 1 minute you take orders from Bray Wyatt. 1 minute you take orders from Luke Harper. Now you're taking orders from Daniel Bryan. Man, who's your daddy?
Yeah, and the crowd started chanting, who's your daddy? And you could tell Rowan, I think he was having fun with it, but you could tell he was kind of embarrassed.
Yeah.
So, But anyway, this led to a match, a triple threat match, if you will, between Otis, Xavier Woods, and Daniel Bryan. And I gotta say, this was a fun match.
Yeah, this was a fun match. Even the big guys on the outside, were trying to, beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah, Tucker, Big E, and Rowan. Yeah. I don't think Rowan got ejected. But I know Tucker and Big E got ejected.
I think Rowan got ejected too, because he got laid out, but then he wasn't anymore.
I saw that. But anyway, Otis, by surprise, I guess, he got the victory.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I could see Otis as a big singles guy. Yeah. I think he would really get a push.
Yeah.
So he basically got some momentum for his team heading into Sunday.
I don't think they're going to win Sunday.
I don't know.
They'll put in a good performance, but I don't think they're at that time yet.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Maybe by SummerSlam they'll be ready.
Yeah. By SummerSlam, maybe Survivor Series. Who knows? Next, we had a backstage segment involving Ember Moon, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose. Now, it looked like
It happened in catering. Now,
catering. Yeah, in catering of all places, because Ember was in catering getting some food. And I guess they tried to play this narrative like Mandy and Sonya broke in front of her, and Ember was just like, whoa, I was here first.
yeah, and then they took that to a metaphorical level, talking about title contention.
Yeah. So, they still were jaw-jacking back and forth. Mandy and Sonya challenged Ember Moon to a match next week, but they said she needs a partner. And Sonya was just like, from the looks of it, I don't think anybody wants to team with you. So Ember replied by saying, if not, I'll just do it by myself.
Oh, one thing we forgot to talk about on Raw.
What's that?
The ending to the 24/7 segment.
Oh!
Okay, yeah, because this will feed back into SmackDown. Don't worry, just follow us on this one. All right, so when we last saw Drake Maverick on Raw, he had taken the title and ran. Truth and Carmella ran the other way.
Yeah.
And then
and he had Carmella on his back like a sack of trash.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying she's trash. It's just the way he was carrying her.
Yeah. So Drake Maverick comes around to his wife and basically, tells her, come on, we got to go. We got to go. They're chasing me. I evade them, but we got to go. R-Truth pops out of one of the electric boxes with the referee. The very jacked referee.
Yeah.
And Drake Maverick starts running. Carmella yells, get him, Truth. Truth loads up the jacked referee and just starts running with him. Oh, it's fantastic.
This, not to cut you off, but this is why I said he's the best thing for that 24/7 championship.
And you know what? Give Drake Maverick some props for the 365 title.
Yeah.
He's really been great. Where was he on this week's SmackDown? He was in the Rose DeVille Ember Moon segment.
Yeah.
He was hiding under the tables in catering. Smart.
Very smart.
But not smart enough, because eventually you get hungry, people start noticing a hand reaching under the table, grabbing for food, and then they hear, ooh.
Yeah. Then that's, people see a body and people start running after you.
Yeah.
With you running and a belt around your waist.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Next, we finally got to find out who knocked on Aleister Black's door. Who wanted to pick a fight with Aleister Black?
I thought this was the best thing on the entire show.
Now they did a split screen interview or a split screen segment.
Now they actually did this split screen segment right.
This was the one time in recent memory that this was right.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had Aleister Black on one screen. Tom Phillips?
Yeah.
It was Tom Phillips speaking to him. And when Black found out that his opponent wasn't there, he's just... Yeah, and then Tom Phillips dropped the line of, he does not want to be disclosed right now. And Aleister Black's like, oh, okay, good. Mind games.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
And then he starts going on his rant about, I'm just happy somebody picked a fight with me. Then you see this hand and like a cream-colored pair of pants just kind of make their way around a chair, sit down the chair, camera pans up, Cesaro.
When I saw this, I was just like, I hope they get enough time because this is great. Cesaro versus Aleister Black on Sunday. I like that.
Cesaro, the Swiss cyborg Superman, came to pick a fight with Black.
Yes. And this is going to be one hell of a match come Sunday. I can't wait.
Like I told this guy off camera, it doesn't matter if they get a long time or a short time. These are two guys that are going to make the most of their time.
Yes, especially somebody like Cesaro, who we all know has deserved better than the stuff better than the position he's at right now. And I think this will be one of his best matches in WWE.
Yeah.
Next, we had a main event. Dolph Ziggler taking on Roman Reigns, who apparently was supposed to take on Kevin Owens. Now, earlier in the show, he went to Shane. He was like, look, I need an opponent. Who am I going to face? He was like,
Give me
listen,
what I want.
yeah, give me what I want.
You know what I want. Give me what I want. What I really, really want.
Yeah, and Shane was like, listen, you'll face Roman Reigns. I got you, bro. I got you. You'll face Roman Reigns.
Wow, that's what I really, really want.
Yeah. Anyway, this was a decent match. Of course, Shane, Elias, and Drew McIntyre were at ringside. Shane McMahon was on commentary, doing this little spiel. There's about probably like 5 minutes left in the show. I think it was Roman was on the outside, and Shane got involved. Something that happened. Shane got involved. Kevin Owens comes out there.
Well, no, Roman had taken out everybody.
Yeah, that's what it was, and then Shane got in the ring.
Yeah, he got in the ring trying to figure out what was going on. He turns around and he eats a stunner from Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens.
Yes, Kevin Owens hit that stunner on Shane McMahon. Next thing you know, Dolph got in the ring. No, I think it was Roman got in the ring, then Dolph. Roman hit him with a spear, 1, 2, 3. The crowd goes crazy. Roman Reigns wins.
And Kevin Owens leaves through the crowd.
Yes. And I can, like I said, this can be where Kevin Owens is Stone Cold-esque and Shane is basically playing the role of his dad, being that Shane is basically feuding with everybody at this point.
And you know what helps Kevin Owens' case for this Stone Cold-esque run?
What?
Well, he's in the good graces of Stone Cold himself.
Yes. Because Stone Cold really likes how he's using that stunner.
Oh, he's high on Kevin Owens, no matter if it's just the stunner or not.
At least he's not doing like Cena where he tried to do that springboard stunner. That was so trash.
That was better as a one-off move.
He made me so mad every time he did that because it looked so sloppy.
It did. Like the first time, it was crisp. It was great.
Yeah.
After that, it was just.
It's like he just hit the ropes and he barely touched the guy's head. It's just like hit the ropes. It's just like.
Just like when he came back, he used the bird finger, just tapped him on the head.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, we'll see how this goes going forward.
Next, we're going to talk about NBA champions.
No, not yet.
No. I got no weight in that, so.
No.
Anyway, yes, that's the go home to Extreme Rules. Yeah, Extreme Rules looks like another predictable pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Several matches just look kind of unpredictable, but as far as the main meat and potatoes of it goes, unpredictable.
Yeah. Basically,
I'm sorry, predictable.
Yeah, this is basically leading into SummerSlam next month. And can you believe SummerSlam's coming early next month?
I thought it was always in August.
I mean, it's in August, but it's at an earlier date, is what I'm saying. So, yeah. Anyway, like we said, the go-home shows runs to Extreme Rules. Anything else before we sign out?
When are they going to debut Bray Wyatt?
That is a good question. Another thing I liked about SmackDown, that promo by Ali.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Ali, see, he's back in his element.
Yes.
Though his own promos are fantastic. If they're like him walking the streets watching all this shit happen, that's not him.
That's just like some corny, creative-esque type shit.
That's somebody in creative seeing what Ali is doing, and he's just like, oh, I'm going to try and imitate that.
Yeah.
Instead of giving Ali keys to the kingdom.
Yeah. But Bray Wyatt, that is a good question. We keep seeing the characters pop up here and there.
Oh, good.
But when are they actually going to debut Bray Wyatt? It's been, 3 weeks since Firefly Funhouse?
3 weeks since the Funhouse ended, and they said he was going to debut the week after.
Yes. Nothing.
Now, it's a good thing they didn't have him knock on Aleister Black's door.
That would have been a killer match, though.
It would have been a killer match, but somebody was going to have to eat that L.
That is true. That is true.
And if you're just debuting Bray Wyatt, and you want it to be a brand spanking new Bray Wyatt, you don't want to go back to old habits.
Because then people are going to bitch and complain. I know I will.
Yeah, it's going to be DOA.
Yeah.
And you can't have Aleister Black lose because...
I mean, it's Aleister Black. Look at what he's done in NXT and since he's been on the main roster with Ricochet and stuff.
He is a badass. I mean, you look at what he can do, kickboxing, all that shit, and you look at his look. He is badass to the core.
So, yeah.
Anyway. That being said, I'm War Machine MJ.
And I'm Rodimus Prime.
We are the 3 Count Mafia. We'll see you guys next time.